A recent essay from the World Economic Forum made a statement that should change the perspective of all human resources leaders. AI transformation fails much more often due to organizational design decisions than due to technological limitations. Artificial intelligence is not a technological program that is implemented. It is a human transformation that must be led. And that leadership falls on the CHRO, taking on the first major role, being the design architect. But here's the catch. Most redesign efforts fail because we confuse intention with a system. A CHRO cannot redesign the work of 3,000 people based on charisma and external meetings. They need a real operating system, capability heat maps, role redesign matrices, and 90-day roadmaps with clear KPI AIs. Without these tangible artifacts, the architect role collapses. The second and third roles of the CHRO are to be the custodian of capabilities and the catalyst for adoption. But again, the implementation gap is huge. Many organizations confuse a learning catalog with a learning engine. A catalog is a static library of courses. An engine is a customized system that knows where each individual is today and what cross-functional skills they need to develop for tomorrow. When the lifespan of a technical skill is reduced to a couple of years, the static model stops working. At the same time, to catalyze adoption, you don't need an internal communication campaign. You need a community of practice. Real adoption doesn't happen from management down. It happens when frontline employees share with peers what works and what breaks. The CHRO's job is to build the infrastructure for that exchange to happen at scale. The fourth role is perhaps the most critical, the guardian of the transition. Trust is not a soft outcome of AI transformation. It is the hard and indispensable requirement to scale it. And as a hard requirement, it must be measurable. A CHRO claiming to be the guardian of the transition without a dashboard to measure trust is not guarding anything at all. We must be able to measure how secure employees feel about the future of their role, how transparent AI-driven decisions are in their daily work, and how visible the company's actual retraining commitments are. Trust is audited, not assumed. However, this conceptual framework lacks a vital layer, the individual. The four roles describe what the organization does for its workforce, but not what each person must do for themselves. A CHRO with 3,000 employees cannot personally redesign 3,000 careers. Transformation only holds when both layers are activated. The CHRO designs the organization, but each individual designs their own path within it. The CHRO builds the learning engine, but the individual builds their personal growth plan. Business transformation is only real when it is also deeply personal. That's why we built our platform, Scales, to turn these four roles from simple executive speeches into real operating systems. Scales automates the mechanical load of human resources and offers a transformative layer, heat maps for the architect, continuous learning paths for the custodian, peer networks for the catalyst, and measurable readiness assessments for the transition guardian. Mandates are just speeches. Systems are what change outcomes. The leader who treats AI as a mere strategy slide will be surpassed by one who treats it as a human system that must be built and measured. Success belongs to the deliberate combination of machine and talent. Thank you for joining us.